Hello. Hello. So today will be the first round of the upper bracket. This will be a game between Team MSG and GS Esports. On the left, you can see that the blue is actually MSG, and on the right, that will be GS Esports. Both of them have qualified through the group stages, and MSG was the winner of the group, while GS Esports was the runner-up for the group. So the loser of this matchup will actually go down to the lower bracket, while the winner of the progresses to the upper bracket. There are a total of 8 teams in the upper bracket, and this will be the first one. Going into the game, you can see the bans are actually quite standard. The meta heroes are the one that's getting banned right now. Usually it is like Kai, Menki, and you can see also there's Musashi and Tsubaki. Over here we see a fun band which is a little bit interesting because as everyone knows, Fun doesn't really have much of a mobility, and that is actually quite detrimental, especially like if you are playing a little bit more towards competitive gaming. So for MSG, they are going for a very warrior tanky kind of lineup right now. You can see that there's a Lian Po, there's Zhong Wudian, and also Lee Xin. All of them are relatively tanky, like I mentioned, and it's interesting how they are going to play it out because all of them are currently holding on to Flash. I believe the Lian Po will actually be going to play support, and of course Lee Xin going on to play right lane like that. But let's see. And then on the side of GS, they are going for something more traditional. They are going for the Dream Builder, I think. Yeah, Dream Builder, and then of course the Fire Racer and followed by Harley. And the last band goes to Lao Fuzi. So right now they are going for the last two bands here. They are hovering over Hong Ning and also Guan Yu. If they were to pick this actually, so you can see that they are actually playing without a marksman, and this will be very interesting to see because a lineup without the marksman throughout the mid game almost a little bit harder for you to actually push down the towers, but in the early game gains will not advantage because marksman usually takes quite a while to actually scale up, so they will be looking to play a very aggressive lineup instead of MSG. And for GS Esports, they both picked an Ing, and right now they are looking to get a Clash laner over here, I think actually Lupo looks like a solid pick. They seem to be overing for Architect. In my personal opinion, I think I will pick something like Lupo because the ulti of Lupo can actually catch on to going after Info or even Tony. And Atta doesn't look to work so well with it, especially because they have limited mobility to get a link for they can easily just get out of the market. So it's quite interesting to talk about Atta. And now that we go into the game, you can see that yeah, he is the server top view. Atta so limited explains it, but looking at this lineup, I would actually heavily favor the MSG to actually win this game because although they do not have a marksman, their overall composition looks pretty solid. They have sufficient range in Yua, they have sufficient range with like Kongming, and overall it looks like a more solid build as compared to Fire Razor. I mean, it is a very passive, it's a mix of a passive and aggressive lineup coming from um, GS Esports. So it will be interesting to see how they actually come in to play this game. So
enemy minions will arrive in 5 seconds.
What I was saying is that in the early game, MSG will come in to play super aggressive, and then maybe looking to end the game in 10 minutes. Let's see. So the game starts. It is quite a standard movement. The more interesting one would be that the Lee Sin will be matching up against the Gongsun Lee, which is Ali. So over here it is a matchup between Zhong Wuyan and also Atta. You can see that the two red teammates are actually going for the jungle continuously, but I don't think they will think about it. And right now they are getting sandwiched over here, and then you can see that Fire Razor is getting a little bit low, but he should be able to skip this. So right now you can see that they are all relatively aggressive, all of them have EMP, and then King is taking quite a bit of damage, it goes down to Kongming, and it is a first blood to Team MSG. So it looks like it is a good movement coming in from MSG. They are going to play super aggressive as I said again, and I think Ing actually made a mistake there by jumping in too early and then taking in too much damage. We will have to take note that Ing wasn't at level 4 just now, so it was a bit of a risky play coming from him. Over at mid, it's just two tanks molesting each other, nothing much is going to come out from it. And then you can see that the Nuwa is going down towards bottom side as well. With it using ulti to come in, but unable to get anything out of it. 4 people get rid of them down on the team. Will they be able to do it? I think they will be able to do so if they actually play a little bit more aggressively. So in this game, there's actually the summoner skill where you can pick Disrupt, and I think in this current meta right now, Disrupt is super important, especially for the support to get it. I mean, when you're playing like for example a fish, which is actually the Doom Builder, taking the heal isn't exactly very smart right now.
Has slain an enemy.
Just now, if they had the Disrupt, they could have played a lot more aggressive and taken out at least 1 or 2 or even 3 of them. And that is the key of Disrupt, I personally see over here. And as a result, they couldn't get anything out of it, and you can see that the Ali died from there. So right now it's 2-0 with a 1k goal lead going. Top side is getting super boring. You can see that the two of them are just clearing their way, playing their own RPG at the top, and then doing nothing much over here. Seems that Ing wants to look to do something over here, but I don't think they're going to get anything out of it. So we should be looking at the bottom side where this going to get a lot more exciting, because you can see that there are a lot of paper heroes, like for example Ali, Fire Razor, and then we're fighting against the might of Liam Ko and Lee Sin. Over here, it's a bit low, but we will just way probably to accept. As I was saying, it was a boring game up there, and what happened was that somehow we managed to kill the Asa, which I don't understand how as well. is a 5-0 lead right now. We need 3 minutes 45, and it's a 2,000 gold going into the hands of Team MSG. And right now, Team Builder is doing something just like the Invasion, doing something to secure the blue there. And then you can see that Miwa is looking at to a stop, but he probably has an ulti up, but he probably needs to up relatively soon and he'll be able to get downstairs over here. And right now the blue side, the Tyrant second. And everybody is going down right now, but the blue manages to catch and Zippo is using his ulti at the turn back. Very big mistake instead. He could have just ran away. Why would he want to go into a 5-man? And right now it seems that it is GS Esports' turn to do something from it.
Blue team has destroyed a tower.
Mid tower is going down relatively soon, and then you can see that Julian is looking to get Ata over there, but if the Ata dies here, yeah, he should be dead. I was about to say that if he dies there, it's going to be a very big mistake, and that will probably cause their top tier tower to be half as a result.
Blue team has destroyed a tower.
Very nice, so it is normal. And right now over here you can see that the tower is reached at about a quarter health, and the next 1 or 2 waves here to be able to get this tower down. And the significance of this tower over here, once it's down, the whole opposite jungle will be free. And this will be the crucial one because, as I said, 8 to 10 minutes they will be looking to play very aggressively into the third tower. And they look on pace for that.
Blue team has slain an enemy.
Finished off the ring, and right now there's an Ata, they're trying to defend the tower definitely go down.
Rampage
The corner there,
has destroyed a tower.
Just wonders because right now Ata dies as well. And right now Ali is trying to open his stand, flying everywhere, but I don't think he's going to get anything out of that. As I mentioned, once the mid tower goes down, what will happen is that all the buffs belong to MSG. Now, and right now the focus is pushing towards the mid tier 2 tower. Of course, it's not going to be as well. You can see that the aggressive move is so aggressive and he dies in front of 4. One throws an ulti over there, stealing opinions from Julian and manages to actually get a double kill.
Double kill. Blue team
At this
has
rate, it's going
destroyed
to
a tower.
this
Blue
game is
team
going to end
triple
in
kill.
89 minutes, but Julian comes in together with Lee Sin. Are they
Red
able to
team
finish
has
the
slain
game or is
an enemy.
it
Blue
going to
team
finish all of them?
quadro kill.
It seems that everyone on the red side is going to die over here in this game. And very
Blue team has slain an enemy. Ace.
13-3 going in the face.
Blue team has destroyed a tower.
It will be another 2 or 3 more minutes. 6,000 gold lead. In 6 minutes, that's 1k gold lead per minute, and this is actually pretty impressive. Of course, there is, to a certain extent, I actually expected it because they are playing a warrior kind of lineup. But I think that for the side of GS Esports, they played it a little bit bad in the sense that they weren't knowing what were their win conditions of the opponent and themselves and how they should be playing it. So they simply just got overrun in the early game. This is what usually not able to handle the warrior competition. You can see that the winner is being super aggressive going in and spinning.
Has
He just
destroyed
prepared
a
to die, but
tower.
he just doesn't die because right now they have like a good 7k goal lead. And there's nothing that GS Esports can do. What is Ali going to do against these all these warriors? And right now, Fire Razor supposedly the one to actually defend against the tower.
Red team has destroyed a tower.
So the tower is going to go down. And they are probably going to
Has slain an enemy.
Instead of that, actually you can see the Fire Razor just dies over there. And this will be
Blue team has slain an enemy.
very soon. They just go in all their skills.
Blue
and kill
team
them.
has
Let them die
destroyed
over
a
there.
tower.
4th one goes down and look at Ata. He is going to
Blue
the 5th one going down.
team legendary.
And see this,
Blue team
congratulations,
has
I would
slain
say
an
right now
enemy.
that
Blue team
congratulations to
double
Team
kill.
for playing
Blue team
such
has
an
destroyed a
interesting
tower.
competition and playing executing beautifully. Right now, I think what GS Esports needs to think about is how are they going to look
Shut
at
down.
the game and what are they going to do? How are they going to face it out? Once again, congratulations to Team MSG for a beautiful game. You can look at some of the data here, and then as we expected, this this is what the power of the warrior composition is like. And on the side of GS, they simply had no answer at all. You can have a look at the battle records. So everything is going all in the way in MSG, and I would say that it is one of the most dominated games that we have seen out so far. And now we'll be going into the second game. This will be a best of 3, and then the players will be coming very soon. Everyone seems to be ready right now, and we will be going into the draft phase very soon. The previous game, we can see that Team MSG was on the blue side, and right now they are going over to the red side. So GS Esports will be the first to do a ban. I don't think anything interesting is going to come out from the high ban. One of those, yeah, something like this. It's getting so boring, but oh well. I've received news as well that moving forward, next tournament will be introducing global ban pick, and this will actually spice up this game a lot more because we are going to see a lot of different competition. We're going to see intense banning. We're going to see the limits of players and their mastery of heroes. So for the first 4 bans, with the exception of Cross, we see the same bans coming in. And right now, I think one of them is going to include something like Sashi. And right now, we have this hero. It is called Xiao Xiao. I can't remember his name currently. Yeah, it is Xiao Xiao. And he's the newest to actually arrive in HOK. So, as I predicted easily, you can see that Musashi is being picked here, because it's one of the strongest meta hero over here in this game. And of course, everyone wants it. Next up, Quad Caller, the poker of the game. With the poker coming into this competition, you can see that it's going to use the transportation ability, the backbone ability of Xiao Xiao. Personally, I don't really like it, yeah, and they are not using that yet. I don't really like using my round over here because I think, in my opinion, that Musashi is a relatively big counter towards a Mice Run win. And then Alessio over here looks quite a good pick. And there is also a Lupan that's coming in. Lupan together with the Zhongfei, which is the Void Caller, is something that's interesting. 1-for-1 kill probably. And then the Upper Band comes in. Right now, there's there. I think yeah, something like that. It will be interesting to see what they are doing with that. Because the kids are very good. We see in the previous game. Of course, they are going to ban the Lupu over here, possibly because they don't want to counter for the Delta to come in. But banning Lupu, you might as well just ban the Hegemon, which is the Xiangyu, because you can just take everybody out of the circle and you'll be like, oh no, what am I gonna do over here? if at late game comes in, we are going to see a totally different composition over here from GS Esports. I think for the enlightenment and identity come in this game approach, or is it going to be the same result as previously? Minite is going to come in. I think it's a very, very good pick over here. Minite is how he can do wonders against so many of the heroes over there. He can, with sufficient farm, he can actually one-shot the Smith and Blade, the Kanja, and he can also one-shot the Alessio. Of course, the Ing will pose a little bit of a threat to her, but you see there is, like, for example, the hegemon, there is like the white collar, and it seems that they are going to change the lineup a little bit by keeping this Paris. Ulti going in. I personally don't favor Guitarist as much, but it depends on how they actually. So they are probably looking for all in kind of dive into the middle, but kind of like a cannon trying to shoot through everyone. It is a little bit weird for me. Just if you have this kind of game, then maybe as a marksman, you can do something more effective, like for example, Marco, where they don't have a backside, they don't have to protect the backside, and they are just all in dive, fight super aggressively. Now with the Lufan, they're going to slow down their tempo a little bit more. So let's see how are they going to come out over here. But you can see the top Musashi is coming out. Everybody's top on the side of the blue side, and then the game is going to start soon, and we will see. I think over here, what will be interesting for the movement will be how the Stormy. Oh, we can see that her name is actually Stormy, which is a
Welcome
very
to Honor
funny
of Kings.
Thank you
of hers or whatever.
for always being by
Enemy
my
minions
side.
will arrive in 5 seconds. All forces, move out!
So, going by my experience, my vast experience, so-called, okay, going into the AD lane, Lufan is going to eat up the Alessio easily. So he's charging up his passive, and once he sprays in, he's just going to yellow damage. Alessio definitely has no priority, the lane priority at all. And on the top side, this is going to be a 50-50 fight. They're just going to waste each other's health, one lash each other, a little bit here and there, go back and heal. It's going to be something boring, but not going to watch that. Over here, the hooker comes in, tries to hook it, seems that he failed, and then right now he's getting stuck with a 3v1 situation, but he's probably going to flash away. Affected. He burns a flash, it is a little bit costly, but I think it's still fine. At least he wasted a little bit of time. So, nothing much is going to happen yet over here or whatever. Chill for the next 30 seconds and hope that something happens over here. It is as boring as watching a Korean soap drama. Nothing is gonna be fruition here. So all the two of them, it's gonna be a push, a little bit of a molest here and there, and that's the way you know here. Alessio is trying to farm here. Somehow, it seems that the Lufan is quite low. I don't know exactly what happened, but we will see. And with this kind of life, it is going to be something like a 50-50. If the Alessio is strong, he will clear this lane with 4 and then jump over and do off the Lufan. He doesn't get a 4, nothing's gonna happen. If he steals this, he will be able. Let's see his skills over here. Just one steal. Everybody else is and right now, Alessio has 4. Everybody is diving in here. This guy is gonna dive off. Why did he burn a flash? He doesn't need to do so. And then right now, are they looking for another kill or are they just going back to their lane?
Blue team has slain an enemy.
Somewhere happened, and this is exactly what I said. The power buff.
Red team has slain an enemy.
At level 4, and he is easily able to kill off.
Red team has slain an enemy. Blue team has slain
over
an
there,
enemy.
the white collar died, and right now they are looking to push down the Limpo. Nothing is going to happen over here. Musashi over here is so good because he can delete away all the skills of Smith and he can delete away Alessio's ultimate, he can delete away the cannonballs coming in. So many can be doing with that. So I think it is actually a very good pick, although he picked first, I think first 3. So we'll just stay as it is. Then after that, now what we want to see is actually the battle of the 2 marksmen. Team MSG marksman was supposed to win the Alessio, it did not. and one hit the ball, he died as expected. And right now, the bird power is coming in.
Let's give this
It is a
invention a
3v2
try.
situation. One hook, one kill over here. Let's see whether
So,
he is able to
play
be
it
the
by
strongest hooker in this game. Just swinging hook there.
Reloading.
Right. And he fails. It must be the swinging that is doing him injustice. Easy and unable to hit the hook. As a result, the come and you will see over here. And there is a fight is coming in. Ulti is coming out. Outcast came out from his and blade nothing much. And right now, this fight is slowly progressing to something more severe, and then go over there. The hook misses again, and right now with the storm coming in the ulti, it can be a game changer over here. Alessio flies in with the ultimate 2-1. It is sorry, a mechanical error coming in from Alessio. That should have been a triple kill over there. He got pushed out, unable to kill the Lufan, and then he died as a result over there from the Xiangyu. And right now, instead of it being a big turnaround for GS Esports, it is
Red team has
even
slain
back
an
again. It was
enemy.
actually a very good ultimate coming in from Stormy, summoning everybody over there, but it wasn't a good execution, especially coming in from the A. It is indeed a wasted opportunity, and you can see over here again. I believe at the point in time, the Alessio actually had a flash as well. What he could actually have done is to actually fly towards the Lupin, finish him off, and then use the ultimate to finish off a few other people instead of immediately coming in and using the ultimate. Over here, you can see 3v3, 3v4 in the situation. It's not me using ultimate over there. I don't understand why you should do that. All the skills are coming out, there's no damage. And Guitarist come in from 60 times, kill 2 people before dying. And then right now the hooker is low, and he's trying to hook somebody. Yes, I have not seen him hook anyone effectively other than replicate one. Good hook coming in, and it will be a kill. Somehow he managed to hit the hook!
Killing spree.
And
Shut down.
as a result, Alessio dies from that. He looks to TP and run away from there. If and is trying to defend this, he will be able to defend this now. Comes in again, so he disrupts here and there. Ying is trying to steal away the blue. He manages to steal away the blue, and then they are looking to the rest of the team trying to be a bit greedy over here, but he has the rights to do so because there's nobody that's off track with him. So over here, he knows he's going to cut. And right now, the hooker is swinging his hook left, right, and right, but he just shot himself, and that is going to be difficult actually for him to land a hook.
Red team
Probably
has
know
destroyed
it,
a tower.
Attacking from him. This Stormy looks like he's anxiety power, but he opens an ultimate over there. Who is going to be daring enough to use the ultimate because he is going into the ground that he do not know. And right now, Red Collar gets the hook, who will solve the game. And right now, Alessio is going to die as a result as well.
Double kill.
That was
Red team has slain an enemy.
all the momentum that they could have. As a result, you can see right now there is a 5k hit going into the hands of MNG. And while it is better than the previous game, several mechanical errors,
Red team has destroyed
execution
a
errors
tower.
came in, which prevented them from actually going toe to toe with MSG side. There is actually a pause coming in from the red team, Team MSG, and we will see what is the issue over here. At this current stage, we don't know what exactly is happening. Maybe their fingers are tired and they just want a little break here. Currently, because this is more towards a community tournament, we don't exactly have much rules and regulations. We just want everybody to have fun, try to experience this game a little bit more, understand how, to a certain extent, how to play a little bit more competitive. And the game is restarted over here. And you can see that most
Tyrant has been defeated. Red team has destroyed a tower.
managed to get down the tower and then turn back. If we were going to continue looking at the clash game, it's time for us to fall through. So you can see over here, the boy caller just did a hook, probably very happy with it. And then what is going to happen next? Is he going to hook the blue out again? Or is he going to hook
Red
the zero?
team has slain an enemy.
He does a hook. He hooked a fly instead and misses everything. And right now they are going to look to invade. Invade buff over here. Of course, they are going to get it. Over here, you can see the hegemon going into a 1v3 situation and just jumping in, going ulting and then flashing in. He manages to actually take down 2 or 3 heroes, 2 heroes over here. And yes,
Red team
he managed to survive here. So what a good play coming in. And he probably heard that I think boring and wanted to show some skill. And right now over here, you can see that somehow the bottom has ended the game because of the Lupan. I wasn't aware of that because I was so busy looking at the well execution of the hegemon, and this game has just simply ended over here. And of course, with this, we will say congratulations to Team MSG for playing such a beautiful game yet again, showing us 2 different kind of play style, one with all the warriors, the other one with Luban, which is a traditional, more traditional kind of matchup. So the one, Lapi Xiaoxing, the hegemon over here, did a beautiful play. This is something that is commendable because I've always mentioned that, oh, it's a foray game, top guys can use something and just won them the game. And I think overall, this could have actually been a more even matchup. Well, I think I favored the draft of Team MSG a little bit more, but I think the early game they could actually go toe to toe. It is actually coming into the side of Stormy where they did not play towards their win condition. They do not push out the side lanes strong enough, causing pressure on the lanes, getting the towers, and then getting a teleport in to come in for crucial team fights for escape. I think this is something that wasn't played well for them, and this is why the game is still actually in their favor. So I mean, this is also not something to take note. I mean, in the future, if you are looking into a Stormy kind of team comp, the Xiao Xiao, which is for the matter, you want to play something that's fast-paced, you want your teammates to be very mobile, playing, opening up the game as wide as possible, making your opponent come in to react to what you're doing rather than just using ulti for team fight and things like that. So I think this was the reason why they were unable to dominate the game with a Stormy, because the Stormy is very mobile, giving a lot of opportunities over there. And of course, I think in terms of the execution, how the Stormy was doing in terms of the ultimate placement, the big circle over there, which summoned everybody. And of course, I think certain kind of mechanical errors as well coming in. I think on both sides, maybe because this is just the first game they're trying to just warm up and all this. But overall, I think it is an improvement over the previous game, especially for GS Esports. And with this, GS Esports will be going down to the lower bracket. And with this, MSG will be going into the top 4 of the upper bracket. So we will go for a short break over here, and then the next game will actually be between Digital Devils and Nasser Esports. Digital Devils, as you have seen yesterday, they played a very, very good game. They understand the team comp well. They play with their strengths. They understand how to execute their stuff rather well. And of course, Nasser Esports being the previous runner-ups of the Ashtrodite Community Cup, they are worth their salt as well. So this is a matchup between 2 relatively strong teams. I think based on what we have seen yesterday, I personally would actually favor Digital Devils just a little bit more. And let's see, we should be scheduled to play this game at 10:30 Singapore time, and that should be in about 20 minutes. So we'll go for a break and then we will see you soon. Hello everyone, welcome right now to the game 2, or rather match number 2 between Digital Devils and Nasser Esports. On the left side we have Nasser Esports and on the right we have Digital Devils. The right side being the red side, in case people do not know left and right, and the blue side is being represented over here by Nasser Esports. First ban Jing, which is Mirror Blade, and followed by a Guan Yu. One common thing we see actually from Digital Devils is that they are always banning Guan Yu, and interestingly, they are also always banning Mirror Blade for the side of Nasser Esports. So, not sure if they have done their homework regarding each other, but you can see over here that so if you hear something just now, actually I realized that the voice was a little bit too low for the previous matches, so did a little bit of a tweaking. Hopefully this voice over here is just right, pleasing enough for your ears, and good enough for you to enjoy the game in these two powerhouses, I would say, in honor of these global. Frost is banned, Musashi is banned over here. First one comes in on the side of Nasser is actually Time Bender, and Eclipse is coming into this game. See, Digital Devils, their player is very adept at playing this hero, and it looks that they are looking at this comp, and from what we see yesterday, it is something that is going to be very, very similar. It will be something like a new war that's coming in. Eclipse, Rufu, Niwa, no, they look to be trying out this. Can't remember it. Stormy, yeah, Stormy. Changed it. Okay, we have Charlotte, Kai on the side of Nasser Esports, and right now they are looking at Ali. No prizes for guessing the last two heroes over here. It looks like they are looking to play exactly the same format. How is Nasser Esports going to contain this lineup? You will be able to see that probably the last two picks will be Niwa and a jungler, which let me see what we pick for a jungler. Something with AoE can be maybe a Zhao Yun, or if somebody with slightly more mobility can be looking at like Yukio Tachibana, or even a Hansing as well. Depends on their mastery, but I think they like to play for something that's more to AoE with strong jumps coming in. So I think they would probably favor someone stronger lockdown as compared to Tachibana. So I would think that it should be a Zhao Yun that should be coming in. Zhao Yun, or I think Zhao Zilong. I'm not exactly sure what's the name over here, because they have a different name as compared to the previous version, which is the China version. So let's see. Minky works as well, but I think actually Zhao Yun would actually be a better choice. But well, they are a strong team and they know exactly what they're drafting and what they're doing, and all we need to do is actually to just sit back and enjoy and analyze how this game is gonna go. Last two picks coming in from the side of Nasser Esports. It looks like it is going to be a My Shiranui and also a Marco Polo, and it's a little bit interesting for a My Shiranui pick. here because I relatively know about it's not easy actually to go in. It would be good to actually pick something with some damage coming in, as in sustained damage rather than this, but oh well. As we expected, Miwa comes in. So Menki comes in to replace the Gongben, which is the Musashi, and the rest of the team remains the same. Going with this lineup, I think the key will be actually the movement of the Eclipse. We will see how he's able to actually control and play.
Welcome to
Game
Honor
starts
at
over
Kings.
here, and then let's get into the
Enemy
game.
minions will arrive in 5 seconds. All forces, move out!
As is going to be usual, you'll be seeing a 2v2 at the mid lane, and then Juniper against the Ali at bottom, and also a Charlotte against the Lubu at the top side. Slightly different from what we've been playing in the previous game. Now we will be focusing and look at what will be happening on the top side, because as you know, Charlotte is a very mobile hero that can deal significant damage, and right now we see over here that he may actually die, and he seems to be able to run away. I think there seems to be a little bit of an issue over there. Did not expect the damage that's coming in. Lucky for him, he manages to escape from this. And then who is going to get this reverse bright?
Fight back against evil!
Ah, that is a little bit disappointing. I mean, you going there to scratch a Ripu and you lose the sprite over there, I think it's so not worth it. So for the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, means that $50, $60, so not worth it. And you see, even after poking him like this, he still has more health than you. Okay, right now he's getting the bait. Let's see how is he able to kick. He misses the kick because of the flash, and as a result, I don't think that they will be able actually to kill him off. Somehow he dies. And did he use a skill there? Either I'm too old, I can't see the speed, or I'm not exactly sure what happened there as well. Yes, I don't think he hit the fan. But oh well, I said it wrongly, and right now Riku is dead over there for being a little bit too greedy, getting out of position. Over here, Juniper coming in. Eclipse has no fall, can't do anything, can't bite him, he has no teeth yet. So they're just gonna wait until level 4, and before this Eclipse does its magic, fight somebody and kill someone, the support of his team. Over here, Charlotte is playing super aggressively, going into the jungle. Is he going to get punished? Tries to support the Rupu. Rupu will probably jump somewhere forward, and then he is going to die. Expected something like this, and then the spray is coming in, the kill coming in from the Ripu, and he finishes off a greedy Charlotte for taking the little creep over there, overextending himself. He got punished as a result, and right now we can see on GS Esports, they are looking to kill off the Ali. It is a 3v1 gank over there, and they managed to execute it beautifully. It will become even because of a greediness on top side and a nice ambush, or rather a nice gank at the bottom side. And right now the game is slightly tilting in the favor of GS Esports. Over here you can see the Sun Bing, which is the time bender, going down towards the Juniper and trying to assist him to get up the farming a little bit better. And right now you can see the Eclipse has the ulti, but he's not going to use it to fight. Menki goes in with the ulti, tries to tickle the Mai Naomi a bit, nothing to get anything much more out of there. Right now this is a crucial period actually for the bottom side. Anytime Eclipse jumps in to fight, I believe that actually Juniper won't die because he has his skill. So that is the slight strength of Juniper over here, because he's able to actually dodge the physical damage that results from the ultimate. There's a 2v2 at top here. Charlotte, Kai, basically the jungle and the Clash Laner, and then you can see the Nova camping over there, throwing an ulti over there. I think he probably missed it. He probably wanted to cancel his ulti and then missed it. My Shinari is there. He probably knows it as well. That's why he's walking the long way. Not being lazy about it. Directly going to mid. And over here we can see that the blue side is being super aggressive and jumping in. Making it very low health over here. He's unable to do anything about it. Eclipse getting very low as well. Burns a flash. He shouldn't even have been inside. He should have just thrown the second skill inside. 3 balls dropping down, get another ball and back. He just burned a flash. It's going to be very hard for him to gang for the next 120 seconds. After going back now, probably about 100 seconds. So this Juniper will be very happy, especially, and also my Shinami will be very happy that Eclipse doesn't have an ultimate and doesn't have a flash, and they need to make good use of this actually window of opportunity to play more aggressively because my Shinami can just go in without fear of getting bitten. And will he be able to do so? He throws a fan into the air. He knows that somebody isn't there, but he's just throwing it again. Will he be able to kill him off? I don't think so. It wasn't necessary actually even for him to burn the flash over there, but probably because it's relatively competitive setting, they want to be sure. He keeps coming with a bite against the Kai is very difficult, but of course there are 4 people that are ganging down on the Kai and they manage to actually take him down successfully. My Shiranovi comes in back to middle together with Charlotte. He's just only able to kill off the creeps, and right now you can see that Juniper has sneakily managed to get down the bottom tower over here. And the 2 of them will have to back. This Ali is going to die, and he dies as a result over here together with the retreat. And it seems that the tide has turned fully into Team NASA Esports' favor. They have 2 towers down. They have 2 kills advantage. They did not get the objective, but they have another one, the Overlord here. And there is 2.3k gold going into their hands. Right now it seems that bottom tower is at its half health, and what they should be doing. Oh, somewhere around the line the Riku died again, and it seems that their confident pick of these 4 heroes, 5 heroes isn't working as well as standard, probably because NASA Esports did a little bit of homework about them and have understood how to play against this, because most of this actually depends on the lockdown of Eclipse and then with the Ripu following up. But look at what the Ripu is doing right here. He's just dying at top side without anything, and then somehow Nova got a kill over here. Ripu flying over that. It seems that they will not be able to get a kill, and he overextended slightly. With this Charlotte coming in, they have to actually back over here. I think credit goes to NASA Esports actually for picking the Juniper here, which is actually very, very strong because it makes the Eclipse think twice before biting him, and it limits the possibilities that digital devils can play over here. Of course, I mean, if you're talking about a lane, a good Juniper can actually fight against Ali as well. So you can have a look at the scores over here during so-called the halftime break, which is 7 minutes and 40 seconds. And then we can see that it's a 0-0-4 for Juniper. Nothing much going on, but what we want to see over here is actually the goal, and you can see that most of the goal is stacked towards the Juniper, and this is a very good sign indeed for NASA Esports. As you can see over here, Lipu goes for fairly defensive items, coming in with the Sky, Pure Sky, which reduces damage. This actually is an opportunity for MSG to come and do something about it. They need to defend this tower. They need to come in, gel together, match together with Eclipses, which is Dong Huang's ultimate, bite somebody crucial, coming in, following up with the jump. And this is why just now I think Meng Qi wasn't as good a pick as compared to Zhao Yun, because Zhao Yun, or rather the Zilor, has another firm stun in the form of the ulti. Good follow up, give them a lot more opportunities as compared to a Meng Qi, because Meng Qi, I mean, in my opinion, isn't as clutch as a player as compared to Zhao Yun over here. But of course, defense execution over here, we can see that Ali is gonna die for sure. Put a fan over there, inviting the Mai Shinari inside the bush to say, come on and throw your fan into my umbrella. Let's see whether my umbrella is stronger or your fan is stronger. We don't have to see what resulted from that. Of course, Ali died over there, and as a result, he actually brought 2 other teammates to die together with him. Nobody checked the grass over there. You know there's a My Shinrami, how should you be playing? I think they were a little bit desperate over there, not expecting, things like this, but it was a little bit funny because we saw, I mean, we have the benefit of doubt. We have the full vision over there. We saw a My Shinrami over there. I mean, any My players over there, when you see Umbrella, you're gonna celebrate. You know there is a free kill for you, and that was what actually happened. Okay, moving forward, yeah, he brought 2 other teammates to die together with him. Now, as a result, we can see that there is a 6,000 goal lead coming into Nasser Esports, and that is something that is so strong for them to consolidate and actually build upon. Overlord is up, Tyrant is up. What are they gonna do? Eclipse comes over here, tries to fight a Charlotte. They probably will get the kill over there, but they have to run very, very fast. Otherwise, the Eclipse and the Ali will die, and he dies because they run fast enough. I think part of the reason is also because they took too long to actually kill off the Charlotte, and this is the strength of Charlotte. So once again, I think it was communication missed error over there, getting the wrong target prio. But of course, you also have to recognize that Nasser Esports is making it very, very difficult for them to pick out the essential targets, like how you can see how Juniper was positioning herself, and it's simply so difficult to actually get him. And we can also see that Benji, which is actually the Eclipse, he doesn't have a flash at this moment, so it is going to be very difficult, and he did not get any speed up support stones. So this game is going to be hard. I mean, what they really need to execute really well is pick up a strong bite, followed by how the Nuwa is going to position with the ultimate, going by how the Lipu is going to come in. And I think a hero like Ali, he needs to scale in the early game. He is not as strong as many other heroes in the late game, and they have missed the window of opportunity for them to actually execute this draft perfectly. And I think honestly at this stage right now, even if they were to land a big fight onto, for example, a Juniper with a Lipu coming in to follow up, I don't think that they are going to be able to clear the team right now. You can look at the goal status, you can see that the Kai has a pure sky as well, and this is actually quite strong against the true damage form of Lipu, and I don't see how they can actually come back from just one fight. They probably need to fight 3 or 4 times. They have to win every single fight. Is that going to be possible? Maybe, if they all started to play their feet, but this rate, I don't think so. So they are now going to land their siege on the top tier 3 tower, and it will be a matter of time before he goes down. Go jumps in to try to defend the tower. He managed to do so. Gets chased back into his fountain, gonna rest in his fountain while the rest of the blue team goes and scavenge and hunt for more creatures for them to get more gold. Everyone is sticking over here. They probably will be thinking, how are they going to actually come back from this? But of course, at the end of the day, this is a BO3 and this is just the first game. They have plenty of time, plenty of opportunities to come in to decide how they want to play the second game and third game onwards. And right now you can see that Charlotte is trying to jump onto, I can't see the hero Mankey, but Mankey right now is getting relatively tanked and it will not be as easy to actually take him down. Keeps going in. Half health, no health, dead, without a flash. Ali goes down, die. It will be a matter of time or no time before they will be able to take this game down. It is a 3v5 situation at this stage. They can easily just dive into this tower, and Ripu came in and he is looking to obviously commit suicide by doing that jump. Will he be able to survive this? No, he doesn't. And then right now they're jumping on the main key. Will the main key die over here? Like I said, he's very tank, but the next wave is coming. They're going to go down for the mid tier 3 tower, and right now all the waves are going into. If they want to rush it, they will be able to rush it. They do actually manage to rush it and kill 2 more opponents, and I think an ace? Who cares? At the end, Crystal is down, and congratulations to NASA Esports. And I think earlier in the game, I was saying that in terms of team strength, I was favoring NASA Esports a little bit more, and I couldn't be any more wrong. Right now, NASA Esports is proving to all of us that, hey, they are here to stay. And not to mention, in the group stages, Digital Devils actually won Team Anything, which was a champion of the previous edition. Give me a while I set up the rooms. Oops. So, as I was saying just now, yes, we were expecting Digital Devils to be slightly stronger, and this game, it has proven to us that NASA Esports is no easy opponents. And right now, going to game 2, I think pressure is also going a little bit into Digital Devils because they played, from what we know, a good game against Team Anything, champions of the previous edition. They won by a score of 2-0, and it was a little bit lackluster performance coming from NASA Esports yesterday, where they actually also lost to another team. Let me check what was the game yesterday that they actually fought and lost to. We fought and played against DTH D2 another new team that joined this competition, and they also lost by 2-0. So looking at this, it seems that competition within this community cup is actually very tight, and you can't really count any of the teams out over here. So right now we will be waiting for actually Digital Devils to come into this room, and then we will start the game shortly. In this game, Digital Devils will be on the left, or rather top, or rather the blue side, and then for the other team, which is NASA Esports, they'll be on the bottom, the right, or also the red side, meaning that Digital Devils will have the first pick, first ban, and first pick. There is no global ban here, so you can choose actually to execute a similar draft that they had in the first game, and then we will see how are they going to approach this game, because the winner of this goes to the semi-finals of the upper bracket, while the loser of this goes down into the final elimination games. So we are still waiting for Digital Devils to come in. I mean, just thinking, that they're probably deciding what they have to do, because in the previous stream they have actually played so well, and to the point that in the second game they just copied whatever their opponent picked in the first game and battered them. Probably they were thinking of doing the same thing today, but it seems that they don't have the chance to do this anymore. They probably have to play this game seriously. Not to say that they haven't been playing this game seriously the previous game, but to muster all their effort to try to make even the score back to 1-1. So a little bit of a recap into the previous game. I think some parts of it which NASA executed very, very well was how the marksman he wasn't caught for the entire game. And of course, I think on the side of Digital Devils, they weren't active enough in trying to search out for the priority targets such as the Mai Shunami and also the Juniper. And this was the reason why they were unable, because all I could think of the previous game, the Eclipse was fighting like the Charlotte, was fighting the jungle, the Kai, yeah, a few times, and these are not the important targets that they should be fighting actually. So I think they got a little bit lost in their target priority, how they wanted to move, and of course this also credit goes to NASA Esports for executing it really, really very well, making it so hard for Digital Devils to play their game and confusing them as well. I mean, it was close to a flawless play coming in from NASA Esports, and the previous game only just shows how strong NASA Esports are actually. Whether they can be consistent throughout, I think this is the game that we will be wanting to see. We're still waiting for Digital Devils to come in. They're probably discussing taking out their tables and benches and deciding, how should we be approaching the next game. I'm not sure, but they are nowhere to be found. The first one comes in, switch. It's back in, Benji. Emperor, too easy for Blazy. Doesn't seem too easy for Blazy anymore after the last game. We're waiting for the last to come in. They probably have discussed a little bit, taking some time off to discuss what went wrong the previous game and how are they going to come back. And I personally am hoping that they will be able to show us something special. Still waiting for the last to come in. Probably took a toilet break. Pete in Spence, the previous game, seeing the strength of NASA, I think to a certain extent they were pretty confident in what they wanted to play the previous game, and even it didn't come out so well. Maybe also having some connection issues. I mean, I have received news or understood that some of our friends in Philippines are facing the typhoon, facing electricity blackouts and all of this. And we also like to take this opportunity to hope, pray that all of them are going to be safe, nothing much is going to happen to them, and they will be able to ride up this storm as soon as possible. I mean, most of them, of course, we have our Filipino friends over here who also participated in this, and most of them actually came back to continue this game over here. And right now, the last player, Supremo, is here, and we will be asking them, are you ready? And then if we are ready to go into game 2 of the upper bracket quarterfinals between Digital Devils and Nasser Esports. Wario says he's ready, and right now we are just waiting for Digital Devils. Let's go. As I mentioned just now, right now on the left side, the blue side, Digital Devils, and on the right side, the red side, who is it going to be? Of course, it is going to be NASA Esports, the winner of the previous game. Will they be able to finish this game beautifully and end it 2-0, or will it go to game 3? Personally, I mean, given how the performance of the last game, I'm hoping we'll be able to see more of these games, and we can also see what kind of tactics that they are going to come up with, what kind of strategies, what kind of ban picks, what kind of draft, what kind of lane assignments. It is going to promise to be an interesting matchup. They're going for a lump ban, of course, as usual. Quite boringly, they're going for a Quan Yu ban. I mean, honestly, who bans Quan Yu? It's not a very strong hero, and not many people actually play very, very well. I mean, of course, the good players play like God, but most people play like dog, so like a horse without legs. So, I mean, to each their own. And right now, you can see that they have banned Time Bender, probably causing them quite a bit of issues just now with the Q and the W, which is the first skill and the second skill, making it difficult actually for the equips to come in bike. And right now they're going for Frost as the first pick, which is very interesting because Frost is actually very, very irritating. He has his Q, which is the first Q, and the W, which has slow, it has stuns, and then coming with the ultimate with more slow, he can buy another item. I can't remember the name. Another slow, you know, she's just making you super slow, like a 70-year-old, and nobody likes to fight against that. Everybody needs to buy the boost, give them some resistance here and there. Irritating pick, I would say. But of course, right now they come back with a Charlotte and Kai, which do not care whether we are being slow. I mean, my slow, I just dive into you. Can you slow me down? You can't. Following up with that, they have a Lianpo. Lianpo is actually strong against a lot of marksmen because of the damage. And right now they're coming out with Lufu as well. It seems that they are going to stick to the core of what they have been playing. They are looking into a lot of AoEs. They want to, you know, a lot of team combinations. One thing that will actually be bad for them would be if a fish, which is Dream Builder, comes in. And true to that, they did not ban the Dream Builder, and right now they have picked this Dream Builder, and I think this Dream Builder will be the game changer for GS Esports. It is a pure mistake that is coming in because all of them are so scared of the ultimate of Dream Builder, and I think honestly, with this pick here, game is over. I don't know how are they going to fight their team fights, and they do not have strong side lane potential. They do not have strong lane pushing potential. How are they going to play the team fights over here? In its essence, Charlotte isn't exactly scared so much about the CCs and also the slows coming in already. And then with the Kai also not being afraid, and right now if you add in Dream Builder, what is going to happen to your team combinations that's coming in from Digital Devils? I don't know. You pick in another AD in the form of like Yuanfang, which is the private year, you come pick in another one like a Alessio or even like a Judge D, which Judge D will work super well over here. And what are your CCs gonna do? Nothing much. What are your slows gonna come in? I think it was, I mean, it may be too early for us to say, but I think the game is more like decided over here. I can be wrong, but I'm hardly wrong. Okay, I'm just kidding on that part, you know. But it is a difficult game for Digital Devils to come in. Panicking in their pants, not knowing what to last ban. I don't know. But right now, they're looking at the mid. What are the mid options that are available? Smith and Blade works, and it works, but I don't think it's the best. Maybe something like a Freezy or something with even a Maishra maybe works here. So something that's more mobile, you know, and really just make them unable to actually just engage onto you. And Smith and Blade, it's a decent pick over here, but you can have a lot of better picks. Alessio and Yang Jian, they're hovering over this two and decent picks. I think I need to correct my statement a little bit, but because with these two last picks over here, they have changed their composition a little bit. I think it was bad for the Smith and Blade pick because they did not have to pick that there. Actually, I think a Judge D would have been a perfect choice over there because um, Juniper is not as good. I don't think so, but maybe they feel more confident in that pick. Judge D is good. He's great. Even Private Year. Private Year naturally wins against Alessio in lane. Has enough mobility to fight. Ali is good here as well, but it's a little bit of skill. Juniper matchup against Alessio is a little bit more towards like a skill opportunity kind of matchup. Ali is being picked over here, and I don't exactly favor it as much, but if you are good Ali, you will be able to dominate. Of course, second skill of Ali can cancel with all the projectiles if he manages to time it properly against the Yang Jian, it's going to be good. But why do you have need to do that when you know the Judge D? You just need to use a second skill and it dispels away his mark. You can dispel against Lianpo, you can dispel against Liu Bu, you can dispel against Frost. So effective over here. And at the same time, you have a Dream Builder beside you. You know, you are the king. Whatever. I think I've said
For always being
much,
by
and
my
then
side.
we will go into this game and see whether my theory is proven correct or their skills prove me wrong. So we are going to see the same boring thing coming into mid, two people hiding over there, going to this lane. A little bit of overextension over there, but I think nothing much to worry over here. And I think what we would like to see, you can see again that it is the same kind of matchup over at the top side. And I think in the early game, before the level 4, or all through level 4 actually, Lupu has a bit of an advantage. And then once the 4 comes in, Lupu, depending, it will be more towards two kind of matchup. Over at the bottom side, he's trying to shoot the Ali, and then the Ali is getting a little bit low. Over here, we see whether he has used any of the skills. He hasn't, and this is why I don't exactly recommend Ali against Alessio over here, because he's not going to be as good. And then you see now he's solo. I don't know what is the fish going to do, which is the Dream Builder. What is he going to help in the Ali? There is no synergy over here, and I think this will cause them to actually lose lane prio. Over the next over the next 4 minutes, the Alessio is probably going to get a 500, 800 goal lead over the Ali. Mid side, nothing is much going to happen. In the top side, nothing much is happening. They're just protecting the small little objectives in the form of this jungle here and there, trying to squeeze out that little bit more advantage. And then going back to bottom, you see that the prio is gone. Ali is just going to be late, and this will be where Alessio can actually play an important role, because once he hits his 4, he's actually at a very, very strong point. He has great mobility, he has great damage, and at the same time, he also is able to execute people with a very far range. So we'll be wanting to see what level 4. Whoa! What a nice ultimate coming in from the Smith and Blade, and he manages to actually one-shot off Supremo, who is using the Frost mid. It is actually a very nice ultimate that came in. So how Smith and Blade skills work, when he uses his ultimate, instead of 2 knives that he's throwing out, he's throwing out 4 knives. Simple as that. And those 4 knives hit you in the center, you go back to the fountain. Goodbye. Over here, you will see the matchup no matter what. Like I said, Fish, which is the Dream Builder, I like to call him Fish because it's just like a useless whale that's floating around, dreaming. Maybe that's also why it's called Dream Builder, but the more important thing is, yeah, he is not going to be able to help anything over here. And honestly, I think he should just go onto the other lane, try to provide more vision, clear the other ways faster. He's honestly zero help over here, and why does he need to be here? You see, clearing the way, does he need to be here? No, he should just be at mid. Or at least, providing vision and all of this. And Ali, since you pick Ali, you should have the ability to actually clear the way yourself, run away from harm. That's the point of playing Ali. And then, of course, you're good enough, you can show your hand, your powers, your finger powers, your mechanics and all this. But they are not playing it like that. And as a result, it is even over here. Even though it's a 0-1, so nothing much. Everybody's taking a little bit more of a cautious approach. That 1 kill came from a beautiful ulti coming in from Smith and Blade. Other than that, everybody is just in their own slumber, trying to get some farm. On the top side, sleeping lane, you can see, oh, he's actually quite low and he wastes a flash. I would say waste on hindsight, but he used a flash to run away from danger. And right now with that, he's going to TP home. Over at mid, there is a fight that's coming out. I can see that the Frost did not use the ultimate as nicely as you have expected, but right now Ali is jumping into the Alessio, and he manages to finish him off. Lupu comes over here, kills off the useless fish that's floating around, and then we can see that there's somebody who's being inside. Not found out. Frost tries to get the freeze onto the Smith and Blade tails, and it is 2 kills in favor of GS Esports. Not very important. At the end of the day, it's just a small, 400 goal lead for the overall team, so it is still very, very balanced at this stage. And you can see that one objective went into the hands of Digital Devils, But other than that, it is fairly even.
Cut off their means of retreat.
Over at the mid side, you can see that there are it's a 3v2 situation with Yasin coming in on the blue side. Frost has used her ulti to clear off the wave, so I don't think anything is gonna happen over here. And then we have a Lianpo that's hiding inside the grass, gets found out, going to back. I think Digital Devils are actually playing an okay game over here right now because they have made the fish pick rather useless as of now because they're just splitting all their skills away. They're not going to team fights because they know what the fish or rather the Dream Builder can do over here, and it is something that they are very well aware of. They're just trying to open up the map a little bit more, of course. But I personally would have preferred for NASA Esports to play a little bit more aggressively, going to their jungles, getting 3v1 situations into the tower, pushing out the tower, exerting more pressure right now.
Slain an enemy.
Alessio manages to get off a kill, and this is when Alessio is going to skill out. Look at his items over here. With this item and plus if he gets Eternity Blade, he will be able to fly, use his Q 3 shots, hit sufficient crit, and he's going to be able to ulti and kill off the Queen of Blade. And that is exactly part of the reason why he shouldn't be taking the Queen of Blade over here. But then again, he played a beautiful ulti and I think he has redeemed himself for up to now. Let's see. Over here top side, you can see that there's a flash that's used up on the Charlotte, and the Charlotte dies to the Yangtze. And it is 3-3 in the favor, with gold going into the favor of Digital Devils. You can look at the goal. Ali is actually having a decent goal over here over the Asio. Pretty even, something slightly different from what I have been expecting actually. But all's good. Let's see what is going to happen over here. Alessio is getting ganked. You see the fish is trying aggressively, and they actually fail to kill him. And this is illegal. And in exchange, they execute off the Charlotte. And right now, you can see the Lupo is flying in. The fish used his ulti. The fish actually had a disrupt there as well. And what exactly was happening during there where they allowed Alessio? This is really criminal, man. They should not have let that happen, and this may come back to haunt them later because they weren't exactly leading, and that kill would have made so much of a difference at the point in time over there. Everybody is back to the chilling 8 minutes, and there are only 7 kills over there. A little bit less action as compared to the previous game, but we are seeing that everybody is more measured in how they're looking to play. Lianpo comes with the ulti towards the fish. I don't ever see how he's able to touch the Ali over there. He has no ulti now, but then again they are looking for opportunities. I think both of them are really looking for measured opportunity to try to do something to gain that advantage and build upon it. But right now, I don't think anyone is able to find it over here.
A tyrant has been defeated.
Over at the top side, defending the tower, taking the creep, and then it looks like 3 people are going towards top side. Tower will drop. Will he die? I don't think so. He burns a flash over there. Okay, I think he doesn't have the ultimate. He has the ultimate. I mean, if I were him, I would have used the ulti. Now it's 120 seconds without a flash, and that is exceptionally crucial over here. Using the ulti only spends you like 40%? 40 seconds, 35 seconds at this stage right now. And why do you use a flash over there? I don't really understand. I mean, maybe he was panicking, he think that use the flash first. I mean, I would have done that. I don't think it would have mattered whether he would die or not. And this is where the Frost comes in. You see the Frost over there at the stage, he actually had the shield and makes it hard for him to die. And over here, the fish dies. And this is the best opportunity for them to actually be looking for something. You can see that the Lupu actually has the ulti, the
Red team has destroyed
Limpo
a
has the
tower.
ulti, and then everyone has the ulti. Ulti is up for Frost as well. This is the best opportunity for them to push as much as possible and gain more gold lead.
Blue team has destroyed
I mean,
a tower.
contrary to what I have believed, this fish pick isn't working as well for them. I think partially because this fish hasn't this this dream builder hasn't displayed what they should have been doing. They should be looking for a lot more ganks. How the fish should be played. I think there are several fish which is dream builder that I know that play very well, and I think this is certainly not one of them as yet. As you can see, he took a disrupt, which is correct, but okay, right now they're going to the fight. Frost throws in the ulti, the Charlotte throws in the ulti as well, Limpo goes in with the ultimate, and then Smith and Blade throws in the ultimate. Everybody is relatively low right now. The Lupu goes in with the ultimate, gets him grabbed very low, and then Alessio comes in with the ultimate and manages to kill off one of the heroes. And then over at the middle, in the grass area, the two of them manages to kill off another one more hero, and it is a 2-for-3 trade all in all. And I think all of this, it is going to benefit yet again. It is going to benefit Digital Devil, and I think it is a combination of how they executed the fight and also the area at which they were fighting. Because I mean, on the side of Digital Devils, they knew exactly where they had to be fighting, and right now we see that they're pushing around mid tower. Ali is playing a bit aggressively. He needs to be careful because if the Alessio has the ultimate, he may actually die over there. So I mean, just for newer players coming in, when you have like a lot of stun, a lot of crowd control coming in from Frost, coming in from Lubu, and also Limpo as well, you will want to fight in the jungle area where it's tighter and harder for people to run. And I think they managed to do that, but could have been better executed. But I think overall it's well played by both teams. They sort of went all in into it, but they did not maximize. But at the same time, they did actually also minimize the losses. And with this, yes, even though it is a 9-5 in favor of Digital Devils, but I would say that the game is still very finely poised, and with whoever can actually take the game right now, and it really depends on whether how the fish is able to use the crucial ultimate over there, how the Smith and Blade is able to land the all-important ultimate onto probably Alessio. Frost is a little bit difficult with his shield right now. He's unable to one-shot, so the one-shot potential of Smith and Blade over here is actually very low, and then Lupu comes in, jumps in, they manage to actually get off the Ali, and then they continue the fight. And if this fight continues on, it is not going to benefit Nasser Esports, and you can see that the Frost is jumping in over there, gets in and kill, and then he tries to use a second skill, he misses stun. Over there, the Limpo is going to chase, the Frost is going to chase, the Lupu is going to chase, everyone is going to chase, and manage to take another one or two more down here. But this is where they put a stop to it. Dream Builder says, no, I am going to disrupt the tower, you guys are not going to come in, go back home. Eventually, they didn't go back home, they continued to push down all the towers, and right now we are left with only one tier 2 tower at the bottom side, and all of them are tier 3 towers. Lupu goes in for a jump and ultimate. The ultimate is used by the Dream Builder, but it's useless as two members of Nasser Esports goes down, and it is a 14-5 in favor of Digital Devils right now. It is a good ultimate coming in from Smith and Blade, managing to one-shot off the Alessio, and right now over here we can see that there's a super move coming in from the blue side, and there is only the Smith and Blade that is left. It is actually a very good play coming in from Nasian. Mid tower is down, mid tier 3 tower is down, and I think it is actually still very possible for the red side, which is the Nasi Esports, to come back from this, but it is really dependent on how they are actually playing this. And over here you can see what is going to happen over here. He's going to steal it, he fails to, and then as a result he's going to die with the Limpo using the ultimate over here. Should he have gone for that? I think it is a 50-50. I mean, if you get it, then yes, you're the king, but if you don't, and what happens is, yeah, you're going to pay your life for it, giving a free kill. Overall, I think it's still fine. It is like a 4,000-5,000 goal lead, and like I said, it is really, I think the crucial pick over here is the Dream Builder. so much could have been done there, and I think this Dream Builder is just not using the skills, because I think a lot of players feel that Dream Builder is not a very strong support, not very strong hero. Only when there's a lot of CCs come in, then he uses it. But actually, there is a lot more to how he can be used. You know, you can take a disrupt to disrupt the towers, offer more protection and aggressiveness, and you can also take a weaken. You know, his ulti comes with a damage reduction, and with the weaken, you are looking at what 50% damage reduction for the 6 seconds. You know, that is going to be so crucial because it goes through for even 2 damage. And I think this fish is simply just, oh, people are jumping in, I will use my ulti. That's about it. You see, right now he's just floating around, throwing a little bit, splashing a little bit of water like a magic carp, and that's about it. And right now it jumps in. What are they going to do about it? They are not playing aggressive enough, and this is the issue because right now they do not have sufficient CCs. There's nothing that's coming in, and I think this is really 2 bad picks coming in the direction of Nasser Esports, and as a result, they made me predict wrongly. Digital Devils actually win this, and congratulations to them for making this game right now evenly balanced,
you
1-1.
for
We will
always
be
being
going
by
into
my
game
side.
3 very, very soon. It is credit to Digital Devils for playing such a beautiful game actually, and making the other team, Nasser Esports, unable to actually do what they actually wanted to. And it seems that going on the toilet break and then going for the break, discussing, taking out the benches and tables, talk about it, it works. And you can see from here they actually played it very well. And it is a little bit disappointing coming from Nasser Esports because we expected them to actually play a very solid game. And I think when I saw them not banning the fish and them picking the fish, I thought, okay, game is over at that point. But the last 2 picks, like I mentioned, I didn't really like them so much, and I think it proved as well that it weren't the best because what we wanted is to be very aggressive. And Ali, yes, it's an early game, but when you're looking at so many the tanks coming in and all this, Ali is not exactly a very good pick. And even though yes, you have Umbrella there that you can fly around left, right, up, down, then it is still not as effective. Okay, as we head into a little bit of a break, we'll be going for a coin toss for these teams to see who will be on the blue side. We'll see you shortly. Hello everyone, once again, it is me over here, and then we are heading into game 3 of the second match of the upper bracket quarterfinals. Right now you can see that it is the standard bands that are coming in, clips, Kai, and also of course the primary. So we will just all sit back and relax and watch them ban the same heroes, and then we will start coming in again once they complete their first round of bans and picks. So we have received comments that they say that the comment sound is actually very low, and then anyone able to actually confirm to see whether it is okay or is it too low over here? Because if that's the case, then we will do a little bit of adjustments. Okay, right now we are back, and then we will be analyzing, doing some simple analysis into what they are picking for the last game. And it is something that is very different coming in from the side of NASA Esports. They are picking the Beast, which it's been a while since we last saw him. And of course, the standard ones like Mankey, the boring one like an Atta. And then on the other side, for Digital Devils, they are picking the same heroes. It seems that they already know how to play these heroes. Or maybe because they feel that it is the last game and they don't want to take any risk. They want to only play with their most confident heroes. And then over here they are looking. It is basically the same heroes yet again, and they're confident. They're like, okay, we are going to pick these heroes and we are going to win you. And how is NASA Esports going to recover from the previous game loss? They are going back for the Juniper pick, it seems. I mean, to be honest, I think at this stage right now, in this current meta, Juniper is not a very strong pick. I mean, it is good against Musashi. It is good technically against Alessio, but a good Alessio will, sad to say, will raid a Juniper, and a good Musashi will be able, because the scary thing about Musashi is his ability to actually scale in a very early game, and a rich Musashi will still kill a Juniper because he has such good ground coverage. He can just get close you so fast. And what Juniper actually lacks is actually the damage that comes in, because there is a bit of a dilemma when he comes with itemization. Does he want to go for that kind of one-shot kind of build, or does he want to go for attack speed? If he goes for the attack speed and crit, he's going to lack a little bit of damage, or rather a significant amount of damage in the earlier game. And even actually sometimes through the late game, so are you going to switch your defensive ability for your lack of damage from your mid and early game? And this is the dilemma that, you know, I myself, from my observation, I think that is the main issue that comes in for Juniper. And I mean, you want it to be defensive, go for something like Private Eye. You can always go for something like Judge D, you know. So I mean, given this, I think it's a bit of an awkward kind of Juniper pick. Yes, it's defensive enough, but you can see that the last pick on Digital Devil side, they actually pick out an interesting one. They are picking Arthur as a support, and what they are looking to do is, you know, just going in, base check you and whatnot. And I think, give your predictions here. Digital Devils going to win this, or is NASA Esports going to grab the all-important win over here? So right now you can see that we have a Lupu that's coming in to get a little bit of prio and that all-important EXP before going to his lane. And the reason for that is because they want to secure the lane prio over there. Yes, they're going to lose, and you can see over here, he just got a little bit of EXP. And then over here, the Arthur is going in, providing a lot of information, going in so deep, but he is going to escape unscathed. And right now, what is going to happen over here is that nothing much is going to happen. And then we are going to wait till the 1 minute 30-second mark before we really see things coming out. On the side of Nasser, they are going to play a little bit more defensive for sure. I mean, there is not much of synergy between like My Serenity and the rest of the team, but of course there can be like catch ability where, you know, the My Serenity comes in together with the Juniper's ulti, and also of course the main key. But I personally actually do prefer Digital Devil's draft a little bit more. And over here he got frozen. He took a flash away, mainly because she was out of position for the cross. And right now the priest comes in, and then what are we going to see? We are going to see a first blood that's going to the red side. And over here, Atta goes down. He's going to lose his lane over here. It is painful indeed. It is a 600 gold going in the favor of Digital Devils right now. And then what are we going to see at the top side? It is that the Lupo is going to be able to teleport. He has his wave nicely shafted in, and then he's able to join team fights right now. He is level 4 for the meta, and then this is going to be something that the Digital Devils will take advantage of. And right now, what Master is what's going to add over here, because yes, you have a babysitter over here, and like I mentioned in the previous game, where there was a fish that was following the Ali, it was useless. And I think over here, you know, you want to play such a composition, and then you want to lane it like this, where you have an Arthur and a Alessio fighting against a Juniper and a Beast. I will favor the Alessio and Arthur any day, because you don't have to take a Juniper if you are looking to fight it like that. And you see, Digital Devils immediately understood that, and they left Alessio to play the lane himself while it is a 4v3 situation elsewhere. Yes, it's ulti going in, but what can they do? Are they able to kill him off? No, he's not able to. Even with the flash coming, he wastes and burns a flash as a result of this. And then this is going to be a win for sure for the top side, because they are looking at what, 4v1, 4v2, 4v3 situation. And so what we can see that is that there will be a lot of map domination coming in from the side of Digital Devils. Right now it is the 5 teammates on the red side coming in with the Lupu jumping with the ulti. He will not be able to get Juniper, but the Beast will go down as a result. And what is the blue side, which is the NASA Esports, what are they going to capitalize on from this 5v1? They had one teammate down, and then Atta should be actually looking towards pushing down the top. And right now he's finally decided to go down, but he wasted a little bit of time over there. It's going to cost. He has probably half of the health of the tower. And then over here, they managed to get a kill off the Arthur. And they did not manage to get out the tower. So it is a fairly small win back for NASA Esports. A little bit of a comeback. And then Arthur is down at the top side because he came down over here. Like I mentioned, I think what he should actually be doing was actually to push down the tower instead of coming in over here. And this wrong decision is causing them to lose a lot of like lane priority over at the top side, and as a result they did not have the top side push. They died over here, and then what are we going to see again? We are going to see the goal issue. Right now you have a 2160 goal Clash laner. He is not going to win a Lupu because of the skills. So when the Lupu was going down, him joining the fight, they wouldn't have been able to win the team fight anyway. So that was the golden opportunity for him to actually push down and exert pressure on the Clash team, and this is not what is happening. And as a result, we're going to see that the Ata is not going to achieve much. Lupu probably has ulti, he's going to run away. Is he able to take this down? He probably has a flash. He doesn't have a flash, but nothing comes. They probably expected that somebody's going to come in. And nothing is happening over here yet again. And then we can see that NASA Esports is going to lose momentum bit by bit. They're going to lose the tempo, or rather I don't even think they have much tempo right now to begin with. And what are they going to do? Are they going to play team fight all the way, or are they going to push out the side lanes? I mean, right now, if I were NASA Esports, once I see Lupu coming in, I will push my outside lane. And then this is something that actually they have recognized, and then they are adapting to it for Digital Devils. And then we can see that the Mai Shranu went up, both of them go in, got a kill off, and then what are we going on? We are at the 6 minutes mark right now, and it is 4-2 in the favor of Digital Devils. A little bit of a goal lead, but sometimes goal lead isn't as important as the tempo that you can have in the game. And right now, I think most of the tempo is actually going towards the favor of Digital Devils. It is 3 people at the mid, and then you can see the Lupu is going down. Like I mentioned, what I'll be doing, it is to avoid the fights at this stage. You are looking for small skirmishes rather than those big team fights. And then what the pick should be doing, or rather the Ata should be doing, is actually to widen the map play and going into the fight. So right now, Lupu goes into a fairly deep dive. That is actually a main pick that they have managed to capitalize on. Like I said, you see the pick did nothing much over there, it just died. So it is pointless for him to actually be there at this moment because he has insufficient farm, he's not tanking enough. And yes, it is still going. He went in the favor of NASA Esports in that they had a 2-for-1 switch. But could it have been a lot better? We have to also consider the fact that, okay, of course, another one went down as a result of their gank over there, but we have to also consider that Lupu actually made a mistake over there by jumping in too deep into the tower. And over here, as I said prior to the game, a good Musashi will still be able to kill off a Juniper, and this is what is happening. And he manages to kill him off, and with his slither of health, he ran away, and this is so heartbreaking for sure for NASA Esports. And that is where I emphasize yet again on the importance of the draft. And you see over here, Juniper died. The fact that you're picking a Juniper to actually counter against, and you still die to him, that defeats the purpose. And you can see that Juniper do not have any form of goal lead. There's nothing that he can be doing. He's lacking quite a bit of items over here as well. Not going to do much damage to especially the Arthur and the rest of them. I may be wrong, but as we see, you'll be able to see that the actual Alessio is going to be able to scale a lot better as compared to the Juniper. Right now we are seeing that there's a fight between the Mai Shranu and Alessio. Alessio is definitely super scared about that. Calling for backup. And the backup is here. He's going to clear his wave. They are looking to fight right now. Boss goes in, throws second skill, misses, and they're going to get the dragon. Right now the Lupu is coming in as well. Arthur comes in. We get the Tyrant peacefully without any sacrifices. And right now they will be looking to get down the mid tower. Mai Shranu is hiding over there. He is looking to get off the Q of one of them. Why did he use that flash? He did not need to flash over there. And as a result of his mistake in his play, he actually died without killing anyone. And this is what has happened for a couple of times, and because of that simple issue, execution error, 3 of them goes down, giving another tower. And right now it is a thank you from Digital Devils going towards NASA. It could have actually been a perfect opportunity for NASA to actually capitalize on that, because she was hiding over here and she had such a good position over the 2 carries in the form of the Frost, in the form of the Alessio. It would have just been an easy second skill, ultimate kick. You know, he did not need the flash, but after punching onto the Frost, he decided that he wanted to go for the Alessio instead. And as we know, landing the second skill reduces the magic resistance of the hero, and he decides to jump over there and he fails to get either one. And I think that is something that is very costly, because it costs 2 out of his teammates die as well. He must be crying from that, I think. So momentum right now is still going in the form of the red side. Digital Devils, and over here, what is my Shiranui going to do against Daggerman? 2 EG4 Blazy going in, pushing this tower. This is going to be a 1v1. The Mai Shiranui is not able to do anything about it. He can just simply back off, or he can ask for more reinforcement. But him standing there is not going to change anything. So he's able to get the tower down to a relatively low level. And right now, one punch will finish the tower off, and he can put the tower to down. Over here, you can see the Arthur is trying to spin his way into the fight, throwing an ulti, using the Juniper. Juniper has used off his second skill, and right now, will they be able to jump in? He uses ultimate over there, but he should not be able to escape because of the ultimate of Alessio. And as a result, 2 members go down, 3 members go down on their side. And right now, you have a Mai Shiranui falling asleep in the bush. Is he able to kill anyone? I don't think so. And it is a wasted opportunity yet again. He saw 3 of his teammates die and he did nothing. And as a mid over here, it is, you are one of the important damage dealers. You did nothing over there. I don't see how are you going to win the fight. So right now we can see Atta has been, you can't blame the Atta generally, because you know he is going to lose against Lupu, but it was more about the movement of Nasser. You know, when Lupu is not around, he should be taking his opportunity to exert pressure on the lanes and all of this. No, I think that they are not understanding their win conditions. To an extent, they don't understand the advantages and the disadvantages of their laning, which is resulting in this game turning out rather badly for them. Do they still have a chance to win it? I think so. It is a 3k goal lead, but it will be contingent actually on how the main key goes in together with Arta getting sufficient amount of farm. Right now, the whole team composition is just not gelling together. You can see it was a 5v4 fight just now. The Mai Shiranui was around, but it did basically 0 damage throughout the entire fight. And these are the little things that are actually costing them and making them unable to actually do a proper team fight. Right now trying to furiously defend all the towers, clearing off all the mini overlords, the little dragons over there. And then are we going to see a fight over here? I mean, if I am Digital Devils, I'll just look into any fight. And then we can see that the Mai Shiranui is lost over here yet again. And are we going to see a repeat of what's going to happen? Either she's going to get caught, she's going to die, or the rest of the team is going to finish off his team. He's just hiding there right now. He's trying to do this. Is he able to kill him off? He is unable to kill him off, and as a result, will he die of this? He doesn't. What lucky man he is. Woman for that matter. And right now, Lupu jumps in. He sees so many people low. It doesn't matter whether he dies, because the rest of his team is just killing off the rest of the team. And right now, they should be able to actually get off 2 kills over here without any sacrifice. And together with that, mid tower and top tower are going down. Yes, they are low, but right now they can just do anything they want. Is Mai Shiranui able to do anything important over here? It is difficult. He needs to land everything. He may not be able to actually kill off. And right now, all the minions are marching in. It seems that it will be a matter of seconds before we congratulate Digital Devils for winning the 3rd game. beautifully. It is a beautiful
Or
execution
Guardian of
coming
the
in
Flame.
yet against the Digital Devils. And I think with this sort of performance, how they recovered from this entire game, from the game one loss, I think they are definitely one of the favorites going into this Ashtrodite Community Cup. So over here, we will see that NASA Esports will be going into the lower brackets, while Digital Devils will find a friend, Team MSG, in the top side of the upper bracket. Next up, we will have endless games today. Next up, we will be a best of 3 game, the last of our round quarter-final elimination match. It will be a game between, let me check. It will be between Vitality X and give me a moment. Okay, it is between Vitality X and Vampire. So Vampire and Vitality X will complete the last round for the game today. And for this, we see that we will look at the bracket and we will inform you very shortly on who actually is coming in as the winner of their group. And it will be out as we talk about this. From my understanding, I think Vampire came up as the champion of their group, while Vitality X came as a runner-up. And we have confirmation here that Vitality X was the first runner-up in Group D, and Vampire Esports being the champion after winning over GS Esports, and with Squadron Supreme actually forfeiting as a result of their issues with Filipino Typhoon, as we had actually mentioned just now. So right now you can see that the players are starting to come in over here, and then we will look to start this game very shortly. This will be a best of 3, and then it will be interesting to see who will actually play a better game today. Hello, I am back, and right now we will be looking at Vampire Esports against Vitality X. On the left, the blue side, we have Vampire Esports, and on the right side, we have Vitality X. So this will be the first game of a best of three, and the winner will advance towards the semi-finals of the upper bracket, and the loser will go down to the lower bracket to face other teams that are over there, obviously. And of course, there is another game that will not be played today, and that is because of some delays in the schedule. And we will be trying to complete the game tomorrow, and we will have the semi-finals games. We are also in the midst of trying to arrange to see whether we will be able to proceed for another game or two for later, and then we will update you as the time goes by. Right now, we are looking at bands coming in. It is something more interesting over here, not the usual Kai band. And then we have Frost, we have Charlotte, and also Stormy. First pick goes to Time Bender for Vampire Esports. And then right now it will be the two picks coming in for Vitality X. We are seeing an obsession with Juniper, as I was mentioning just now regarding how Juniper has her limitations over here, and we are seeing a Juniper pick yet again, and then together with Juniper will be a Musashi, and over the side of Vitality X, we are seeing a Lam, we are seeing the standard Maestranui, and also Judge D. And I think this is one of the first times that we actually see Judge D coming out. Judge D is going to be rather effective actually against Musashi, and it depends on the build because usually right now we are seeing that Judge D is going for a full tank build, buying the armor boots, buying, I can't remember the items, but non-crit items, but you can also go for the full damage crit. And I think in this format right now, you can go for a half tank build, and I think it will work actually very well against most of the heroes. The only thing to note is that the second skill of Judge D would not be able to cancel away the damage of the time bender. Yeah, he will be able to shorten the duration but not cancel it, and it will be the same for Juniper's ulti as well. Personally, I don't think very highly of my Shiranu as well. I mean, not because of the strength, not because this hero is not strong, but I think it has a very high skill cap. And I mean, across this whole many years of looking at my Shiranu players, I think honestly you can see the very top tier of players playing the KPL, playing the KIC. Yes, they play very well. It is so scary to the point that they actually ban it, but in a more elementary common kind of level, it is very difficult for you to execute. And when you are fighting against players, you're fighting against heroes such as like Time Bender, you're fighting against heroes such as Musashi, it is not easy for you to actually execute some of the perfect plays because you can be displaced and all of this. So it becomes a relatively awkward hero for you to use. Like for example, I mean, no offense to the previous team, but at the late game he was trying to catch some of the heroes with the My Shranui, but he was unable to, and he became like sleeping in the bush. He was so far away from everyone, not dealing damage, and that is what can happen because it is so difficult for you to actually determine how you want to actually play this My Shranui. It takes a lot of experience. But right now over here we are looking at a top 100. I mean, this server is relatively new, so top 100 is honestly nothing spectacular about, but we will
Welcome to
see. And
Honor of
I hope that he
Kings.
can give us surprises and show us
Enemy minions will
what a
arrive in
strong
5
My Shranui
seconds.
can be. Although I think it is honestly going to be hard to achieve that. We will be going for a break for 30 seconds, so we'll be back and give you more updates. So right now we are seeing that on the top side, nothing much is going to happen over here because it will just be a fertile fight. They're just going to exchange their health, so we're not going to care much about this. They're just spanking each other, and then doing the flash and there, nothing is going to happen. They're not going to die. I mean, if somebody were to die there, then honestly, I think it is them having not enough skills. So given that this is to a certain extent, it is still a competition, so I don't think this kind of thing is going to happen at this stage. Of course, it may happen. But luckily for us, for our eyes, we're not seeing these kind of things happen, and I think it is going to be a high quality game indeed. Over at the bottom side, sorry, let's go to the top side where we will see the first blood coming in, going to the Musashi, and I think it was a displacement of the Laofu's movement. And right now we will see that there is another hero that's hiding inside, which is the Lian and they are going in like that. They are going to force a flash from the Lian. And right now Musashi
Blue team has
looks
slain
like,
an
sorry,
enemy.
Lam looks like he's going to die as well. And it is 2-0 going in favor of Vampire Esports. And if this goes on, I think this will be a GG call very, very soon. I mean, we have seen two small mistakes that were being capitalized right now by Vampire Esports, and Vampire Esports are actually proving to be a lot sharper in their movement and how they execute their basic moves over here, and it's starting to show right now. You can see that this pig is just flopping around. He's doing quite a bit of work. He's getting two people tied up over at top side, and then this actually gives more space for the rest of the team to move around. And as I was mentioning just now, a fight between Judge D and this Juniper, it is going to be 50-50 all the way through, and we will have a look actually at the items of this guy. And yes, it seems that he will be building towards a half tank. Four people are crowded for it. It is a 4v4. My Shranui is coming in. This continues on. It will be a team wipe going in the favor of Vampire Esports. So right now you can see the Lempo goes down, My Shranui goes down, and also Lafuz goes down. It is a 3-0, and it is 5-0 going in the favor of Vampire Esports. Is it too early to congratulate them? But it is 3 minutes and they have 3 minutes goal lead. And how important this is, because it is very, very hard for you to have a lot of goal in the early game. And if this goes on within the 6 minutes, they are going to have an 8k goal lead, and it will be almost insurmountable. So let's go and see what will happen over the next 2 minutes. Dragons are going to come out, and we can see the guitar man is trying to strum his guitar over there, not going to do much damage over to the Lianpo, but I think he has been doing quite a good job in trying to exert pressure, clearing off his mid-wave, and going to assist. You can see throughout the game up till now that Vampire Esports have been very reactive, very fast to react. They are cohesive as a unit, they're moving into the correct positions, they're getting position faster, going to faster 5v4 fights, and this is what has given them the 5 kills, and this is what has given them the 2k, 3k goal lead. And right now, are we going to see a new team fight that's going to come up? You can see that Judge D is at the bottom side, and then Juniper is looking to clear off the bottom wave and Ata, and this is the difference that we are looking, and you can see from the previous game actually. You see this Ata, whenever Lafuz is not around, he's going in, push, exert a bit of pressure, get the lane prio, and then go into the fights. And over here at the bottom side, we are going to be seeing a 4v4 fight over here. And of course, with this goalie, who is going to win the fight? For sure, it will be Vampire Esports. They come in, and then you see the TP coming in. After the attack cleared off the wave, he TP over to the bottom side to come in to the engage. And you can see there is a lot of cohesiveness about this entire fight, and as a result, 40 members go down, and it is 9-0. It is 5 minutes into the game, and it's a 5k goalie. Over the next 1 to 2 minutes, they are going to get a 7 to 8k goalie at this rate, and they have to stop the bleed right now. But with this going haywire on all extents, then it is very, very difficult for anything to come back from this kind of lead. Not so much the kills, but it's more about the goal itself. And you can see, like I mentioned just now, how the Ata was moving, playing to your advantage, clearing the wave whenever, because he's not going to win the Lafuz in a 1v1 fight. He's not going to lose as well, but he's not going to gain anything much from there. So why not? He clears off the wave and then goes on to do something that's more valuable than trying to trade off the health. And I think this is the smarter part about how any Fuyu is doing. And I think this understanding of their win conditions, how they're going to move, this has resulted in them playing almost perfect game. Right now you can see that 4 members at the mid lane, they are just trying to push down the tower. It is only 6 minutes, and all of the outer towers for the red team, which is the Vitality X, are all down. And right now they are aggressively trying to push. Lianpo goes in with the ulti. Is he going to do much? I don't think so. He misses the ulti. He only hits onto Ata, which is not very important. And then the lump goes in, but he's going into 4 people with the guitar man strumming his guitar. He's gonna die, and he for sure doesn't have Pure Sky because it's so early in the game, and then he's not able to get anything. What happens is that right now we are looking at the 8,000 goalie pushing through the mid tower. Not able to, they are going to look at the top tower. I don't see any way that Vitality X can come back from this. So what they are going to do right now is push. Yes, the bottom wave is a bit over, but they just have to continue to push off the mid, push off the top. They are definitely going to get good trades coming in. The lump comes in, the guitar man just starts his strumming of the guitar. There's nothing much the rest of the people can do, like what we are seeing now. Yes, so Lafuz to open the ulti. What is he going to get? He's not going to get anything over here. Then my Tsunami comes in together again, get off 1 kill of the guitar man, but this is at the cost of 4 teammates, and the 5th teammate is going to drop. So it is a 5-for-1 trade. Finally, we see Vitality X getting 1 kill, but I would say that this is almost GG. We can almost call the game over right now. It is a 10,000 goal lead at 7 minutes of the game. Right now, they are trying to force the tower down at top side. Are they looking to end this game right here? I don't think they have the ability yet, but right now, the mid tower is going to go down. They are all low, they can do a reset, or they can also choose to fight. Even if they lose this fight, it doesn't matter because of the goal lead. Right now, they're going in. Yes, 2 members go down. It's a 2-for-2, 2-for-3 trade right now. 3-for-3 trade. It is the best trade that Vitality X can get. They get most of the kills off the low health heroes, but you look at the difference. Right now, they have all the tier 3 towers down except for the bottom one, and then they have actually chased back close to 4,000 goal, but it's still not important because yes, goal is important, but momentum at many times, it is the one that actually determines. So yes, they will have to win. Vitality X will have to win another 2 more engages like this at least before goal can get caught up. But at the same time, they have no more towers, so it's still very, very difficult for them to play with. And then we will have a look at how the goal graph went about. You can see that there was actually a bleed in the goal, and then, but is that going to impact the game much? Only so if they still decide, the Fire Esports still decide to go in when they only have like 25% health, 30% health. But this is not going to happen right now. All of them are well, they can still go in to go all into the fights, get the tower. I don't see them losing this fight over here at this moment. Limpo goes in, Gitaman opens his ulti, Limpo opens his ulti. All of the people are going all into the fight, and the result of that is that the Lam and the Limpo dies from this. Yes, the Gitaman dies, but it is a 4v3 right now at this stage, and it's the waves coming in, there's nothing much. And this is the issue with my Shinari at times as well, because mine do not have a very strong wave clear ability. And right now, when you're under the siege, you want to play off the wave, look for opportunities, and this is what my Shinari is unable to actually give it to you. So in a losing game, you have no bushes to camp, in this kind of situation. You can't camp in any bush, you can't look for opportunities to get a kill off anyone. You don't have enough gold to actually get enough items to actually one-shot the backliners and all this. My Shinran becomes a useless hero all in all. And you can see throughout the goal, right now at the goalie, mark 6,000 gold. Yes, most of the gold is going to Musashi, but he's unable actually to kill anyone over here. And now they have taken over the Overlord. Big flying dragon is coming in. All the waves are coming in. It is like a horde from the L4 that's coming in. You look at what Guitar-Man is doing. Guitar-Man is just flying in and using ulti, and then the rest of the people are trying to follow up. He goes in, he dies. He doesn't really care whether he dies or not, because he goes in like this. Two of the opponent teammates opponent dies, and then right now they are going to get the crystal. And right now with the bottom also pushing in, they are just throwing everything they have to try to defend. While on the side of Vampire Esports, they are not being very careful with this game, but they simply do not care, because the amount of momentum, the amount of goal lead that they have at this stage, they can just do anything they want. It's very, very hard for them to actually lose the game at this stage. But right now, I may be wrong, but you can see Juniper is low, and then you can see the Lapos is chasing, but there's nothing much can do. He gets kited out by a Juniper that plays perfectly. Of course, if you are with this goalie, you have so much momentum, any move that you make is a perfect. So right now, 3 towers are down. However, now at this stage, you can see, they are just throwing everything in for Vampire Esports. They are not caring about being measured in their approach. They're just throwing, they're just jumping in, not caring about anything, diving the towers, and this has caused actually the goalie to fall from 10k at the minimum mark all the way to 4k right now. And they have to be careful right now at this stage actually, because they have been frivolous with how they'll be playing over the last 4 minutes, and this has resulted in the Vitality actually having a slither opportunity to come back from this game. But like I said, there are still inherent issues. These waves are super strong right now, and then my Shiranui is not a good wave clearer. They do not really have a lot of wave clearance abilities over here. So once Vampire Esports manage their wave properly and let them rush in, there's nothing much they can do. They either need to choose to clear the wave or they will do the fights. This is not going to be a favorable position for them. However, this will be a crucial fight. If Vampire Esports decide to just throw everything and anyhow go into the fight, they may actually lose this fight, and what will happen is that it will be an even game very, very soon indeed. Right now there's a big wave that's crashing in. However, 3 members on the red side is down, and they managed to actually secure this game. Like I said, the early game momentum that was growing in the favor of Vampire Esports allowed them to play frivolously for the past 4 minutes, and they still managed to get the win. However, if they lose the last fight, which it was possible because they were diving the tower, then it would have been a way more difficult game as they would have expected. So we do a short review over here. You can see that actually for the Judge D, his items are all almost up over here. He's going for a half tank kind of build. He's almost parity goal with the jungle opposite. They were going close, but like I said, it was the issue of my Shiranui, because once you are falling, lagging behind in the game, she's basically useless. She can't really create much, and that is the issue with how a mind player, the issue that a mind player actually face. So right now we'll be seeing that Vampire will be going on the red side, and then will we witness once again how perfectly they execute the early game, and will they be able to really play a perfect game and end it within like 8 minutes and 10 minutes, or will Vitality X be able to come up with something to actually surprise us and show us that it was just a blip? Like for example, the previous game we saw, where we actually saw Digital Devils losing the first game and then coming back so strongly against GS Esports and actually taking the game in a reverse sweep. So right now we will tell the vampire people to go down. So over here, we will be taking a short break as we wait for the players to come in and then we go into the band pick phase. Hello everyone, I am back, and right now we will be looking at the game 2 between Vitality X and Vampire Esports. As we can see over here, Vitality X on the left side in blue, they have picked Timebender, Lady Sun, Musashi, Peacekeeper, and also Ata. And on the right side, Vampire Esports, they are picking Smith and Blade, Ali, Zhao Yun, which is Zilong. I'm not sure what the English name actually in this game. So it's either one, and Lian Po. The teams are actually going for close to entirely very different kind of competition as compared to the first one. Take note, over here we are not playing the global band pick, firstly because the heroes are not much. We are going to explore playing global band pick on the next edition of Ashtrodite Community Club. And over here there is a change in what the Dios was picking, so right now the mage, they are actually changing it to Nua. And on the Vampire Esports, the last pick is probably going to be the off lane, and is the Guan Yu going to come out, and it is the Guan Yu that's coming in. I believe this is the first time that we are seeing a Guan Yu over here, and will this be a super horse or will this be a wooden horse that has no legs? We will see it. Moments come very, very soon. So as we can see, the mastery on the side of Vampire Esports are all very low. I believe this is because these are probably, they are competitive accounts where they don't use it as much to train, or they're probably training on other servers. And then on the side of Vitality X, they have sufficient actually mastery, top server badges and all of this. Does it really matter in the games here? It doesn't, because all we need to know is how these teams actually execute the games and how do they actually play to their win conditions. And right now, what I'm actually very interested to see is actually to see this little horse over here, whether this horse has legs. And then the pig, it is a fight between a pig and a horse, and who will actually come out on top. On the bottom side, we see a Lady Sun fighting against the Ali, and in my opinion, actually, the fight between these two, Ali actually has an advantage in the lane. It depends on how he actually uses his umbrella, he opens and closes his umbrella, but a well-trained Ali actually he missed actually over there. It's not very costly, but yeah, he can cancel away the second skill and the first skill of Lady Sun, and Lady Sun becomes handicapped as a result during that small little skirmish and trade. So right now, this is the most important time. This is actually one of the strongest timing that Ali has right now, and he should actually be looking to play aggressively before the 4 comes in. But he doesn't seem to be able to do so, partially because he's so afraid of what lurks underneath the bushes where there is actually a time bender over there. And right now we can see these 3 musketeers marching towards there, trying to take this little creep, not knowing that somebody's inside, and he gets caught over there as a result. Is he going to die over there? He will, and gives the first blood over to Musashi. This is a mistake coming in from Vampire Esports, and Musashi takes it gladly with both hands. And right now we see on Vampire Esports, they are moving towards mid. Are they able to get anything out of that? I don't think so, but there is a sneaky Musashi over here, and he will be looking to jump onto the Smith and Blade. He tries to back, probably because he knows that he's unable to do anything much, and also because he doesn't have the ulti after using the ulti to fight against the Zhao Yun just now to get the first blood. Right now it seems that there is danger over here, but it's safe for now. And then everyone is back to their farming. We will actually give a little bit of a highlight to the first Guan Yu to appear in our game, and then we'll see what he actually does, because a good Guan Yu is very impactful in the game. He can clear off his wave, get a lot of lane prio, and exert a lot of pressure into the rest of the lanes. But are we seeing that right now? He didn't seem to give any impact right now, but then again we have to give him a chance because it is early in the game. And then right now over here, they should actually be defending it. And actually the pig stole away the red, and this is actually quite costly for the Zhao Yun, because the Zhao Yun actually got first blooded there, and then right now he got stolen away, and the pig just splashes his way out towards the river and runs away. This is especially irritating. And I think right now he's trying to vent his frustration on this little creep. And he misses the little creep as well. This pig is the #1 irritating pig in the world, indeed. So right now we will be able to see the goal situation on both sides. Surprisingly, after getting the first blood, the goal is actually still very even. And then we can see that the Musashi, even after getting the first blood, that he still has lesser goal as compared to the Ali. And I think that's not the most important thing. What we want to see is actually the Zilong. Even with the death, even with his thing getting stolen, he's actually on par, and that's actually something that's doing very well indeed. And over here, two more heroes die at the side, and the pig died over as well. It is a 2-for-1 trade. Run, little lady son, run! This horse runs and kills the lady son, but he dies as a result. Is it going to be worth it? I think, okay, it's fine, but nothing special about it. And with this trade over here, the blue team is getting a little bit of gold lead. Most importantly, they are having first advantage into this objective over here, this Tyrant, and they should be able to get it without much issue. And right now, are they looking for a fight? I don't think so. Looking at how tank the Nempo is, nothing's going to come out from this. So it is peaceful farming again for the next 1 minute, unless he's at the top side. Look at this pig, he's trying to steal off this thing again. Did he manage to get it? Yes, he manages to get the red again. What an irritating pig this guy is. He runs away, but he gets the kill, and the red goes back to Zawin. So it is a good time for the Zawin right now. He got the kill, got the red back. Yes, he lost 90 gold from the pig, from the red itself, but it is actually fine. Ball 3 will go in the favor of the red side, which is Vampire Esports. Pig is back. Nothing's gonna happen. Yuan uses the ulti, not looking to do anything over here. This is actually the crucial moment because I think at this stage right now, it is a good time for Vampire Esports to actually exert their core map pressure across the map. They can they have the little horse that can run around, and then you can see that somebody's getting caught over here. Is he going to die? He will. Lady Sun goes down, and then little horse is here, misses the ultimate on this person. Will he still be able to kill the time bender? Yes. Will he be able to run out? He should be able to run out. Tower goes down as a result. Zhao Yun gets a kill over there, and then right now they're going towards the pig, and the pig should go down as well. And it is advantage to Vampire Esports. It is the last Lianpo that is over there. Will they be able to get a kill? This little Niwa is scared, and then he should actually die. But there is actually a gift coming in from the Vampire Esports with the Smith and Blade missing the ultimate. And now that the Horsey is coming, he will be backing, and that will be it. At the end of the fight, who actually got the advantage over there? I would say Vampire Esports. Right now, they have a 1k gold lead, and most importantly, they got the towers, they have a momentum, and then let's go back to see the little horse over here. Horse is running in circles. If you're wondering why he's running in circles, because he wants to maintain his full charge, and then he just use it to cut off the creeps. And right now we see a little pig at there getting stranded. Well, should he be backing? Personally, I think he should actually run. But all of the teammates are coming in. I think this is going to be a mistake actually, because all the onslaught is coming in. Little Horsey got chopped to death, and then Musashi dies as well. It is a 4v4 right now, and things are going relatively well for Vampire Esports. Everyone on the side of Vitality X is actually quite low, except Niwa, and all of them decided to back. But you can see at the bottom side there is Zawin, very sneaky over here, manages to get out the tower. He will observe to see what's going to happen over there, and he will try to chop off a chunk of health off the bottom before running away. And this trade, yet again, is going in the favor of Vampire Esports, and this is what has been happening throughout the entire game. You see, they are pinching a little bit of the tower here, pinching a little bit of advantage there, and then he managed to get out the mid tower. Even though the top fight there, it was all at most a 50-50, but actually got out the bottom tower, half of tier 3 tower, and also got out the mid tower as well.
So what is happening over here right now is that we will see the 2K glory going into the favor of Vampire Esports. Even the queue is very close, but if you look at the towers, 0 towers taken down on the side of Vitality X and 3 towers taken down on the side of Vampire Esports. And these are tier 1, tier 1, tier 2 tower on the bottom side. And if you see again on this bottom side, this tower is going to go down very, very soon indeed. So another expedition from the side of Vampire Esports to break up the play and spread it out like this. Bottom tower is going to go down. Another tower goes down on the top side thanks to the little horsey, which is the Guan Yu at the top. And then everyone on the side of Vitality is camping over here. Honestly, I don't think they should be actually doing that because they're not going to get much of it. They're not going to be able to get anything of that. They did not get the Tyrant, and at the same time, one of their teammates died as well. So it is especially harmful for them, especially for the tempo. And then right now, little horsey is coming to try to chop a little bit. He's not going to get much. And then we see that they are going to push down the mid tower. Will they be able to? I don't think so. But they can actually look at this, even though they have the 50% damage reduction, but they should still be able to get this down in the next 10 seconds. So with this down as well, you will see the creeps coming in. Little hospital chopped yet again. And then right now, this fight is going in the favor of Vampire Esports. As you can see, everyone of Vitality X, not everyone, sorry. But 2 members over here are actually very low. And right now, they are going to exert more map dominance against Vitality X. You can see the bottom lane is coming. Somebody needs to clear it. Nobody wants to clear it. The tower will drop. So the main core is going down to clear it. And then they are all spread wide open over here. And then right now, all the momentum is going into the favor of Vampire Esports. Like I said, kills, gold isn't that important. Even if right now that Vitality X has a 2K goalie, would you prefer to be in the position of Vampire Esports or Vitality X right now? For me, definitely I would want to be in the position of Vampire Esports. I have full map control, I can take my time to farm all your jungle creeps, I can run around, especially with the little horsey over here. I can just do whatever I want. Yes, I died, it's fine. I'm doing work for the rest of my team. You see, we got another dragon. And right now, all the little dragons are flying towards the tier 3 towers, tier 2 towers. It's a matter of time before the mid tower drop. They are defending this tower with their life, but how many lives do they have to defend this tower? So we can see that in the early game, the little piggy over there was actually doing a lot of work, but right now he has scaled off because they were unable to actually consolidate on the little lead that they had, and then they got outplayed. Actually, to be honest, they got outplayed on the macro play over here. And right now, you see so many purple little dragons flying in. Why? How are you going to deal with it? You either choose to fight right now, or you have to clear the dragons. And I think actually they should be looking to clear the dragons. If they die over here, then what's going to happen is 2 towers of the tier 3 will be going down. And then right now, you can see that the little piggy is very low in health, and the piggy dies as a result from this. Yes, Ali dies over there, but so what? They are looking to push down the top 3 tier tower, sorry, but they are actually quite low as well. And then this little horsey will be looking to push top, while the rest of them will regenerate whenever they need reset or whatever. But this Zhao Yun is not looking to do so. He is looking to go in for another fight. Tier 2 tower goes down and they are all looking at tier 3. As I mentioned, because of what the Zhao Yun did at the bottom just now, they have full control over the tower as well. So they will be able to go into this jungle. Right now they only have they have a few options to choose. I believe the debuff for the objective will be down soon. They can either choose to take the buff, meaning this tyrant over here, or they can exert 3 lane pressure and they will be able to get something out of it very, very soon. Look at this tower over here. Everyone is clustered around here and they are looking for an opportunity. I think all in all, we were discussing whether how this horsey has been. I think generally it is still a horse, not the best horse, but still a very decent horse indeed.
Dark Tyrant has been defeated.
As I mentioned, they had the choice to do whatever they wanted and they decided to go for the tyrant. while the rest of the team are exploring the map and eating whatever they could in the forest, in the jungle. And right now we see that the blue team, which is Vitality X, they have actually called for a pause. Game is back. And right now, what we will be looking, I think it will just be a matter of time before they will be able to push out even more towers over here. Like I said, you see the kills are actually very close. But there is a 7,000 goal lead in the favor of Vampire Esports, and this is a result of how they were playing the macros. To be honest, I think they were playing the macro play so well. Their lane assignments, how they were picking the correct fights, how they were able to capitalize on getting one kill or the other kill, and the other teammates are doing work on the other side of the map, getting towers, getting the lanes set beyond neutral, getting an aggressive position. And right now, all they need to do is just stay under the tower and just keep throwing all their skills and then try to shift the tower. As you can see, we need to emphasize this again. As they are fighting over there, it doesn't matter whether you win the fight or not. Top tower is going down, bottom tower has gone down as well, and this is especially painful coming for Vitality X. And this is how we can see that Vampire Esports is an elite team that understands their win condition, understands how the macro play of this game can be utilized for them to actually increase on the lead, taking off, pinching off this little lead every now and then. And at this stage, I think it is more or less over for Vitality X, but most importantly, actually, what we want, actually, the key takeaway is that Vitality X actually lost their opportunity to fight because they were probably because they were 0-1 down. Right now we can see that okay, Dragon is down as well, and then it will be a matter of time. But as I was saying, they missed their window of opportunity to fight at that point in time, and they slowly, bit by bit, they got chunked down from Vampire Esports, and this is the stage where nobody wants to be in. I mean, it doesn't matter. Honestly, even if you clear the whole team right now, I will still want to be in the position of Vampire Esports.
Blue team, godlike.
Little Horsey is coming, and let us pay attention to Little Horsey. Does he manage to catch one? Yes, he will see Lady Sun and he will eat Lady Sun up for dinner. And now there is one mid tower left and there is a time bender. Will this Horsey look to do something over here? He goes in, tries to go for a kill. Will he be able to U-turn and get him? He manages to, and this is a nice Horsey that we can see. Mid tower will go down over here. He's getting a little bit low, but there is only Niwa over here. He will slash the Niwa once, and will he slash Niwa another one more time? He feels a little bit afraid and he's going back to recharge. Is he going to recharge? The TB comes in and he shall go back home to feed his little horse. After looking at the little horse right now, we will look at the little pig over here. At this stage, there's nothing much that Vitality X can do because, like I said, it doesn't matter even with the team wipe. One thing to know, all towers on Vampire Esports side is up. And with all the games pushing in like this, even with them getting team wipe twice, doesn't really make that difference. Smith and is rather low, but there is a dragon that is coming in that will be killed very soon. However, if you look at the crystal's health, the crystal is very low in health, and then we want to actually see the little horse doing something that a big horse does. Here he is, just looking to clear the wave. As you can see, they are. There is a low FPS coming in for my phone, but it is fine.
Dark Tyrant has been defeated.
So right now we can see that it is a matter of time before we will end this game, and then the little horse uses the ulti and then he is going to back. Throughout this game, we did not see him executing a very nice set where he uses the ultimate followed by a second skill, first skill, and then followed by a knock-on, I think it's not exactly easy also. So right now, the stream is a little bit lagging probably because we have been streaming for a rather long time, but it will be game over in this wave, and we can prepare to say congratulations to Vampire Esports for taking the second game as well. And it is 2-0 to Vampire Esports. Congratulations to them, and they will be meeting Digital Devils in the semi-finals of this Ashtrodite Community Cup. And as for Vitality X, they will be meeting Nasser Esports in the elimination. Whoever loses the game will be out of the cup. So with this actually brings an end to the games that we have for today, and there will actually be another game that is going on later, but it will not be streamed because it is actually very late, and that is actually the Group A round robin game between Team Anything and, let me check over here, it is between Team Anything and Trash Gang. Whoever wins will qualify for the elimination round, and whoever loses will be out of the Ashtrodite Community Cup. And they will be fighting against Deep to Hype. Whoever wins will be fighting Deep to Hype in the quarterfinals of the elimination round. And with this, we will be ending our stream today, and then we will see you in the next day, where there will be more action coming in and more teams that are going to fight it out for the final slot in the upper bracket, where they will be guaranteed a cash prize and prizes for this time round.